Hello and welcome to Scripting the Editor with Python, the second part. And in this part, we're going to see how we can interact with some assets in the content browser. So first, what we can do is we already have Unreal set up with the VS Code, so it's communicating well. We can check that again with unreal.log. Then we can just say hello world and control enter, and there we go. We are connected. So now what we can do is I'm going to open up the Unreal Python API documentation. So we're going to spend a lot of time in this documentation. I'm using Unreal Engine 5.4, but this should work with any other version. And first, we can just say asset selected assets. And once I go to my selected assets, we're going to see that we have get selected assets. So this is what I'm going to need. And if I open it up, I'm going to see highlighted the class method get selected assets and get the set of currently selected assets, and it returns an array. So how we can use that, we can go all the way up, and it's part of the Unreal Editor Utility library. So if I go to my VS Code here and just I'm going to use a variable AUL Editor Utility Library and Unreal Editor Utility lib. And then I'm going to need the get selected assets. So you can do this as well, but it's better to have it in a variable, I found, so we can use it in different places. It's just one variable. Get selected assets, and I know that it's going to return an array, so create selected assets. And now we can just print that, but we can loop through all the selected assets. For example, I'm going to create a loop for asset in selected assets, and then we can just go and print asset. So Control S to save, and then Control Enter and run it. Of course, it's going to give me an empty log, so you can just select a few assets, and then if I run it again, you're going to see that we have the object. So this is the path, and it's of class skeleton. This one is skeletal mesh. I'm going to select some materials, run that again, and now we have the materials and everything. So this is useful if you want to interact with some batch editing or any other type of scripts you want to create. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see how we can use it in the Editor Utility widget. So first, we're going to go right click and Editor Utilities. We have blueprints and widget. We're going to focus on Utility widget. And so this is a UMG. So we can start with the control panel. It has some different naming, like Editor Utility button and checkbox and Editor Utility scroll box. But if you're familiar with UI in Unreal Engine, this should be the same or look the same. I'm going to call this the Asset Manager. And then you can just open it. And now I have an empty canvas, so I'm going to add my button here. I'm going to anchor it to the middle. So I know that I'm going to use an icon that's 256, 128, so we can go here and just put it to minus 50 on the X and minus 25, so it's centered. And now I already have an import button made. We can make it white. Then here we can just shift and right click to copy and shift left click to paste. I'm going to leave it for hovered and pressed. I already have one made, import, pressed, and there you go. So now we can compile and save, and since I have my button here, I can just scroll all the way down and get the onClicked event. So now inside the graph we have the onClicked event, and once I save, I can just come here, right click, and run the Editor Utility Widget, and we have our button here. So as we can see here, nothing is happening because it's not connected to anything. And in the Editor Utility Widget, we have a few ways to run Python scripts. So the first one is Python execute Python command, and the execute Python script. So the main difference between these two is that this one has inputs and outputs. So you can create inputs and outputs for this one. And this one does not have input or output. However, this one runs Python scripts from disk, and this one evaluates Python script from code inside this variable. So string variable, you can paste your code here, and you can interact with inputs and outputs. We're going to delete these so we don't get an error. And first, we're going to see how we can run this script inside of the execute Python command. So we can just copy this one and paste it here. If I'm going to link it to the onClicked event and compile and save. Now if I go back and just select my assets, and if I click the button, as we can see, this is working. So the second method is we're going to create a small script here, execute Python command. And the way we can do this is by importing the Python script from disk. So import Unreal, and then we're going to use the project path. So unreal.paths.project directory. And now we can do the script path. We're going to append, so project path plus, and let me pull up this tooldev example. So it should be this part here. And then we have to change this one to a /. Next, what we're going to do is sys.path.append, and we're going to append the script path. Then from this one, we're going to import our script, which is Python test, and then importlib, and we're going to use the reload function, importlib.reload, and we're going to reload our Python test. So now we can just copy all of this, and we can insert it here in the execute Python command. Control click to change the input, compile and save. And now if I do the same, select some assets and click on the button, and there we have it. Now, as we can see here, it's working. Okay, so one more step is we can see how we can use this with the blueprints, so without Python, and I can just come here and get the selected assets, and we can see it returns an array. So here we can use a for loop, and on this for loop you can just print string to visualize. And now this one is going to give us the name of the actual object. So it's going to give us just the display name. If we want to get the class, we can just come here and we get class. Then we can do a print string. So first you can see here. So this one gets the name and this one gets the class. Now if I go back to my Editor Utility Widget and click on the button, you're going to see the names. And if I'm going to change this one to the output, I can save, and there you go. We have a skeleton mesh. We can append them and create an array just to visualize one next to each other, but this is just a way to see what our algorithm looks like. Okay, so this should cover it for now. In the next part, we're going to see how we can interact some more with assets, how we can, and next we're going to see how we can import, deal with materials, and many more options for automation. Thank you.